and welcome to another Teacher's Corner. I'm Teacher Kirby, and as you've noticed, we're not in STO today. Right now we are on the STOAcademy Skill Planner. Okay, and this is a great tool for people that are looking for help with their ship build. Okay, this tool allows you to show people exactly what your ship, what things you have on your ship, okay, and they can edit it and change it and send it back to you, and you can then make the changes they recommend. But this allows somebody else to see what is in your build, and it is very comprehensive. The volunteers that make this, or the players that keep this up to date, are very, very good at what they do. Alright, so the address is skillplanner.stoacademy.com, and this address will be in the description of this video. Alright, so you'll notice we have across the top some different features. There's save, load, search, bug report. So if you have an account, you can save, you can load. Even if you don't have an account, you can save a couple. You can load any saved builds you have. Like you notice, this is the Utopia Planitia account for the ship build show, and we have quite a few saved on this. Search, where you can search. You can use the drop down menus and choose by faction, by career, or you can write in. This pencil here means you can type in, so you can type in a specific ship, and then of course you can bug report. Now this is from the main menu option on the left. What we're going to be worrying about is starting from scratch, captain, and ground. Alright, so you'll notice again across the top there are different features here. What we're going to worry about first is choosing your faction and your career. So you can, obviously, it's a clickable thing here, so you can change it as you need to. And you have the different career: engineering, tactical, science. Okay, and is your character an alien? This is important because aliens get an extra personal trait. Okay, so we're going to leave it as Federation Engineering just for giggles. And then, so that's your setup. Then of course you have traits. Okay, personal traits, personal ground traits, personal space traits, personal starship traits or starship traits, space reputation, ground reputation, active reputation, and these are of course all up to 5 because it is possible to unlock a 5th slot. Okay, and then of course you can put in your ground equipment if you're doing ground, your away team if you're doing ground, and the ground duty officers that you have. Okay, now in order to fill in a slot, all you have to do is click on the slot for personal traits, and then you can find your trait. But for example, let's say you want to narrow it down, like I have. So you notice there, all I had to do was type in 3 letters and it gave me 2 options. I typed in PAT because I have pattern recognition. I also have biotech patch. But let's say I wanted to put both of them on here. So I can now choose. All I have to do is type in PAT, and these are the 2 that it gives me. Okay, so I can now choose from there, and then I can type in PAT again, and it narrows it down again now to just pattern recognition. And now of course I can put in, let's say I have a blade of shell, and let's say I have anchored because I like to park and sparkle, and I have beam barrage because what good beam boat doesn't. Let's say I have beam training, and let's see, I can't remember. Oh, I have bulkhead technician, and let's say I have, oh, let's see, I don't want to type it in. No, not that one. Not that one. What am I looking for? Fleet coordinator, that's what it is. Now that I know what it was, I typed in the beginning of fleet, and there it is, fleet coordinator. And then the last one I have would be point blank shot. And I'm just building a hypothetical build here, point blank shot. So this is, as you can see, quite heavy in the tanking area with both biotech patch, pattern recognition, and ablative shell, and of course bulkhead technician. This is going to be kind of heavy in the healing, with of course a few things to cause damage. Alright, now Starship Traits. So let's see. Now this is going to list all the Starship Traits available. So I can see already all hands on deck. Of course I want to put that in. I want to put in emergency weapon cycle. And there it is, emergency weapon cycle. And I want to put in battle ready because that's going to give me a resistance. And I want to put in improved critical system. There it is. So I'm typing it out. I want improved critical systems. And then for my fifth one, I want, what do I want? Let's say I want command frequency, just to put something there. Alright, and then for space reputation, I'm gonna put advanced targeting system because that's going to increase my crit severity. I'm gonna put precision because that's going to increase my crit chance. And I'm going to put, now notice, all I have to do is click and go through. Alright, and then I want offense, and I want defense here to help me out, and I can type if I know the name of what I want. And there we go, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to skip the ground, but I want to put this, and I want to put this, and I want to put this, and I want to put this. Alright, so I want to make sure I have all these space traits on. Alright, and that is all I'm going to do here. Now let's see, let's say I want to do tier 6, and I want the see if I can find it, because some of these names are not what you'd expect. Alright, let's see. Oh, I know it's the flagship. Nope, it isn't going by that name. Okay, let's see. Dreadnought Cruiser. So you can see you can go through here and choose whichever one you want, and you can look for various things. I'm looking for the flagship, one of the flagships from the Federation. And let's see, Tactical Star Cruiser. Oh, that might be it. I don't want the... Okay. Let's go with the Tactical Star Cruiser. Okay. Okay. This is close enough. Let me see. Yep, I can live with this. Okay, Tactical Star Cruiser. I'm looking at the number of science consoles here. Alright, so then I want to put in my weapons. Now this is where people get kind of confused. So I found my ship, and now I want to put in my weapons. Now obviously there's a lot of choice here. So really all you're looking for, the easiest way to do it, type in the item base what type of weapon you're using, what flavor. So if you're using anti-proton, type in anti-proton. If you're using plasma, type in plasma. If you're using phaser, type in phaser. If you're using something special like Herald anti-proton, type in Herald. Okay? But don't worry about clicking through all of these, because this is just going to make it so they can't find anything. Alright, so let's say I want to use, let's say I want to use the Fleet Anti-Proton. Oh, look, Advanced Fleet Anti-Proton Beam Array. Okay, and now I'm going to search. Alright, so as you can see, it found 1,164. So now I do have to click here and choose an item. Oh, look at that, right up top. Ultra Rare Advanced Fleet Anti-Proton Beam Array Mark 14 Crit D3 pen. Okay. Oh, and look down here, they have Epic. Well, I'm going to want the Epic because this is an ideal build. Okay, now I have one beam in here. It's exactly what I want. When I click on it, you see damage 3. Oh, I want crit D instead of damage. So let's change that. And that's literally all I have to do. Find it in the thing. There you go. And equip item. There we go. Now it has exactly what I want. Crit D3 pen. And there we go. And Epic Mark 14. Alright, so this is what I wanted. And now, all I have to do in the next slot here, click on it. Up here it says copy from another. So I slide down. Oh look, there's the item I have. Copy. Okay. Now if I want to change the mods, all I have to do is come down here, change the mods. If I want to change the modifier, it's a simple drop down. So this is pretty easy. It's not too terribly hard. So I'm going to copy this and copy that. Alright, now unfortunately, I wish they could do the same for the aft weapons. For the aft weapons, you'll have to do the same. And thankfully, advanced fleet. We can drop from there, search, choose an item. Okay, hey, there we go, crit D3, equip item, and now because it's on the aft, we can fill it in just like before. Okay, and alright, so now we have our weapons, which are ideal. And again, I'm not going to save this, so no worries. Alright, now let's say I want to put in, let's say I've decided I'm going to go with the Soul Defense set. Alright, so I can type in here, item base, and of course you can see that is a huge amount. I don't want to search through it all, so I'm just going to type Soul. Oh, look at that. It has obviously put it down to a huge amount here. There we go, and now I can search, and there's only, there we go, and I pick the epic and equip item, and look at that. Okay, same thing for impulse core with the core, and that was my dog telling something where to go. Okay, you may hear him every once in a while. Alright, so for the core, let's say I want the Temporal Core. There we go. Temporal phase, overcharge, singularity. Wait, I can't use the singularity. Let's try that again. We can't use singularity, we're not Romulan. There we go, overcharged warp core. And we found 50 items, and of course I want the epic. There we go. Alright, so we got that. So same thing, we're just typing and searching for what we want. Same thing with devices. And I have put this in so much. As you can see, it comes up in my choices there. And there we go. And I know that it's rare. And equip. Okay. And the same thing goes for all of these. Type what you want and you should be able to find it pretty quickly. Alright. Bridge officers. So if it is a universal, you will have to choose the career. It's a simple drop down menu. So let's say I want to put engineering here. And again, I'm simply I'm not even doing the complete build. And it's in universal. So let's say we want to put that as science. And I haven't even looked at this. Oh yeah, I'm going to want to put this as tactical. Alright, so let's put that as tactical. Alright, and I'm probably going to want to put this as actually engineer. Alright, so this would be pretty much similar to what I do. And again, same thing. You're going to click on, and I'm going to get rid of this. But now you're seeing skills based on what's available. You'll notice I have command skills here because this is a flagship, so it has command. This has command seating on this station, so I'll be able to use command skills if I wish. Alright, and so you'll see I have everything that's available to a tactical officer, whether it's available from a lockbox, paid or not. So Chemosite Lace Weaponry, for example, is available from a lockbox or off the exchange, but it is listed here. Alright, so I can choose any one of those. Again, if I change this to engineering, now I'm shown all the engineering bridge officer skills. And if I change to science, now I would be shown all the science bridge officer skills. And of course, these are the ones available at ensign. If I click on lieutenant, it will show me all the ones available for lieutenant. And if I click on lieutenant commander, it will show me everything available for lieutenant commander. Alright, so moving right along, and of course, pretty simple. Click on the one you want, put it in there. Click on the one that you're using or that you want somebody to use if you're making a build for somebody. Now the duty officers, and of course we're going across the top here, the duty officers are pretty simple. Click add a duty officer, specialization, and you can click on it and use the drop down. Now let's see, this is a popular one for DPS. You want the con officer, then click on ability. It's being a pain today. There we go. Alright, so recharge time reduce, let's see, there we go. Say, boy, it is not cooperating today. There we go, third time's the charm. Alright, recharge time reduced for attack pattern. Okay, this is a very expensive duty officer, by the way. And then rarity would be very rare. But you see how easy it is. You simply choose the career or the specialization, then choose your buff, then choose your rarity, and then pick save, and there it is. Okay, and you can do this for the 6 available duty officer slots. Alright, now this is where the rubber meets the road, because the next one down is skills. And yes, this does mean your skill tree. Now this is a little easier to use than STO's actual skill tree, because for example, notice there's nothing clicked here. If I go down to the bottom and I click, it fills in all 3. If I go down to the bottom and I click, it fills in all 3. Okay, so you can easily do this. If I go to the middle and I click, it fills in 2. Okay, and if I go to the top, it takes them away. Okay, so it's pretty easy to use. You can do that, it'll still let you do it even if you're technically not able to. But so for example, I can do, let's say we're going to do a Psi Ultimate build. I can do this, I can do this. Notice I'm clicking where I want things to be. Okay, so it's not it's not quite as difficult. Alright, so I can easily get through. Yeah, I want these and I want these. Okay, so I can easily get through and do a skill tree quite quickly, as long as I know what it is that I want to choose. So as you can see, I want that there, I want that, And I have 1 point left. Oh my goodness. Where to put 1 point? Okay, let's see. Wait, I don't want to put it there. Let's put it there. Say I'm going to use a grab wheel. Okay. So now I have 26 points. Now, the one thing everybody forgets is their skill unlocks. Notice there's a view skill unlocks under engineering, under science, and under tactical. Alright, you will have to use each one because each one is specific. Okay, so, and I have to click. These are the choices you have along the bottom of STO skill tree. Okay, I only I only used enough points to unlock the first skill here. For science, I used enough. I like to transwarp everywhere. Okay, I want shield capacity. I want control resistance. So I'm putting in everything that someone would want to see. And I want to unlock probability window and probability penetration. Alright, and then for tactical, I want threat control, I want projectile crit damage, and that's all I've unlocked. Okay, so all I had to do was click view skill unlocks for each one. And then of course, ground, again you can click on the bottom and it will fill in everything in between. And top left, bottom right, carry a hypo. Again, you can fill in the view unlocks. Okay, I don't generally for this portion, but if you want to do that, you can. They are available here, and it's the same thing. Like if you like device expertise, bridge officer training. Alright, and you can scroll down and choose the training. There we go. I like improved aim. And let's see, medical generator. Doesn't really matter. Alright. Cover shield. And improved flank damage. Support drone. And offensive mastery. Okay. And then of course you have specialization. This is pretty easy. Pick a specialization. So let's say we're going temporal operative, and then it has the toggle set primary, set secondary. So we're going to set primary. This assumes, because it's possible to eventually get all the points, this assumes that you have all the points in a specialization. And then if you're here, you can set secondary. Alright, so this is how, and then of course you can write notes. This is where people will write notes to say, hey, does this or the special this, blah blah blah. Okay, anything you need to know that could not be addressed in the skill tree here, in the starship or the bridge officers. Sometimes if there's something new that came out, the people that are doing this could not update in time, so they won't have it, and you may have to write in notes that, hey, this wasn't available, so this is the way it is, blah blah blah. Okay, so that is important to know how to and where to write notes. Alright, so this has been Teacher Kirby, and I hope you did learn how to, at least a basic knowledge of how to use the STO Skill Planner. And I almost forgot, once you're done, you can choose a name for your build and then save it to a link. And of course, you're going to click save. This is probably the most important part because that's how you're going to show somebody your link so they can see your build. Once you click save, it'll give you a link and you'll then be able to share that link with somebody else so they can go, and then that person will be able to fully edit and they'll be able to send that link back to you, or send a link back to you with the changes that they've made. Alright, so now this has been Teacher Kirby. I do hope you've learned how to use the STOAcademy Skill Planner. Very useful tool for getting and giving some help to newer players or to people who are looking to improve their gameplay. You can hear the discussion of Teacher's Corner live every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the Pilot Review Show. I hope to see you there.